Yes.
Can you see me and hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a great pleasure for me to have you here, and it's my first class here in Competa out of Competa Photo Days. Mucho gusto to be here. And let's talk a little bit about taking better pictures with the camera, with the smartphone. How many pictures did you take today?
Today.
5? 0? Nada.
Nada. 1.
No?
No.
No?
Last night 300.
25? He's leading with 25. Okay. Nada? Okay.
Cero.
So,
Patatero. Patatero.
and which tool? So online, how much did you take?
None today.
I took none
None?
today. I
Jane?
did some screenshots, but that's it. None today.
Yeah, screenshots are pictures too.
Well, okay, but I didn't actually have to point and shoot.
Okay.
Hi, Joe. Why are you hiding?
Oh, I can't. My camera's not working.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
So
I've tried,
screenshots,
really.
your screenshots are all black today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it does not matter which camera you use. And because the smartphone thing is, for me, I try to remove our screens here a little bit. I'm not able to. But the first smartphones already have been taking pictures some years ago. 200 BC, the first pictures with smartphones have been taken. I have the to prove the truth. Yeah. The Romans used it already. So, important thing, it's not the question which camera you use. Much more important is always have the camera ready to use. It's the important thing about photography. Have the camera ready to use. Rule number 1, have your camera with you. Rule number 2, always be ready to shoot. Shall we try to translate a little bit to use the pictures? And be experienced in handling the camera. So this is rule number 3, and it's very easy because we use our phones today, every day, and we are got trained in it. Plus, rule number 4, take a lot of pictures.
Tomo muchas fotos.
Sí,
Sí.
hay días que
Sí.
muchas fotos. Hay días que no fotos.
La cámara necesita listo todo el tiempo. The handling, I don't know how to do that one in Spanish, but
Sí, la cámara siempre está lista.
sí,
Siempre tengo la cámara
sí,
lista.
sí.
Vale.
Contigo.
Sí,
Sí.
es muy importante.
Do you have a good view on the screen? Is it okay for you? So, okay. So there's I think it was Henri Cartier-Bresson, the French photographer. He said the first 50,000 pictures you take, they are worse. They are really bad. So after taking 50,000 pictures, you're getting more and more advanced. So it's easy in the digital way, time, it's easy to do it. And I took these pictures on the screen now because just to give you an idea about seeing some subject, some maybe not important subject, and just walk around it, take pictures from both sides, from all sides, take some crop it and so on, and just walk around and focus maybe on the colors, like here about the blue and the yellow. So let's go on with the rules. Rule number 5. Take pictures of everything. So like this photo I have taken near Las Vegas, in the desert of Las Vegas, and it was raining. It was a media trip for Nikon, so they were not very glad about my taking pictures with the smartphone, but don't care about it. And I was the only one in the group with the wrong shoes. So I was not thinking about heavy rain in the desert of Vegas. And it looked like very awesome. The light was gone. It was late in the evening. And I just took a picture and see it's about the rain. And although there's no special light, it has a special mood about this wet surface on the ground. And it was just walking around there, taking pictures of the details and so on. You just can select afterwards and have your perfect selection. It was just everything you see here was in this spot in the desert near Vegas, and all the group was inside. The whole media guys from all over the world, they're sitting inside of this small pub there because it was raining and it was really late in the evening and the light was gone and no one took pictures, and I walked outside and took these pictures, and it was nice because the rain enhanced the location. So
Eric, we can't see. I'm sorry, we can't see that screen online. It's too
you
far
can't
over. We're only,
see?
no, we're only seeing half of your monitor that you're trying to show the picture. Yeah, I just think you need to.
You have to see. Sorry.
Yeah, it's
Just
okay.
Just 1 second.
Oh, look, my camera just came on. That's weird.
Yeah.
But I'm
perfect.
sideways. Hi.
Hi.
That's really strange. I wonder if I could fix that.
So the others didn't see the pictures too?
No, so you were sharing a screen.
Yeah.
That's it now.
Yeah.
I can see
You're
now.
seeing,
Yeah.
You're seeing in
Okay.
this moment when I push the start button, you see the text, see the light and the sundown, something with the camp.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
now the same as what I can see behind you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has a camera, portrait or landscape, because we are.
Yeah. So Jill, all the people sitting here asking if you can
Change my.
turn your camera because we have you in the portraiture, but you can try to see.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I got to now find
Yeah.
it again.
I
I don't
think
even know
for me
how
it's
that
okay.
just happened.
For me, it's okay. And the important thing, Jill and Jill, do you see now the picture?
Yes, I see the picture. Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Muy bien. So I forgot my text.
Sorry.
Always walk around having being able to see the light. So just not about you want to walk, taking photos, just always when you're walking, have your eyes open for the light. It's an important thing to be aware of the light, the direction of the light, because it's the change to normal people. Photographers walk out and say, oh, the light is great. And normal people are thinking, what is he talking about? So we will find time in the end of this little class to talk about directions of light, but now the rule, see the light. And start taking pictures of your favorite things. See. Yeah. Because what you like to take pictures and you will do it good. For example, food porn. Take pictures of your lunch or of your dinner. or maybe on a market like here in Bangkok, in Chinatown. And in the kitchen, you can arrange many things. So it's
Okay,
Nadia.
wait, Eric. I'm still having problems with. What I'm seeing. I can behind next to you. I see your monitor and that you're displaying different pictures, but it's not coming through.
You see this.
Now I see that now. Yes.
Yeah, and when I
I see that. I see the monitor
see
now that way, but it's not coming through on the little box. On your photography thing, your portfolio that you're showing, the images aren't coming through on there. Is that where they're supposed to come through?
Yeah.
They're not. So just that one came through.
See the crabs now.
No, it's still rule number 6. See the light.
Yes.
Oh, it's the internet. Yeah. So let's try. How can we do it? So sorry.
We don't want to miss out on your photos.
It's great. Thank you. Do you see now the keynote preview?
Yes, food.
Yep.
Sorry, we have some guys with spikes here. The keynote previews you see.
Yeah.
Do you see the fire extinguisher now?
Yeah, with shoes at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. If everybody here is okay with it, I tried in this way not to present the keynote in the presentation mode, so maybe it takes too long for the internet. If you are okay, we can try it in this way. Okay. So now you see the blue sign with the camera. Just the last question. Yeah, okay. So nice guys all over the world are helping us taking pictures, because especially here in Spain, and this picture was taken on Fuerteventura, they put signs where to get off the car, take out your camera and make a picture. But take care, they don't really think about light and position. So it's just an idea. Here is a picture spot. Or if you walk around, you can use natural framings, like old windows, like trees, building a frame for your pictures, and so on. Rule number 8, search for new viewpoints and clippings. So this picture was taken from the chairlift during skiing, and it's one of the things with smartphone photography, because with the smartphone, you have the phone with you, you can do these pictures during your lift ride. In normal life, I don't carry a camera with me when going skiing. I did once 100 years ago, and the point was I crashed and the camera crashed. So, but by the way, I'm always afraid of my camera. My smartphone is falling down from the chairlift. So this was the reason why I stopped skiing. So I will later talk about position. So it's here, this was the example for take a picture from above. This is an example for take a picture just near to the ground. So important thing, your photography is the most important thing in your photography life. You don't care about others. You don't care what they think. The important thing is you have to get your picture. And maybe it looked a little bit strange. I think it was in Barbados on the beach, just 100 people surrounding us. And I walked to this guy, fell down on my knees and asked him, may I take pictures, and took the pictures just from the ground. Don't care about what they say, what they think. It's all about pictures. So it's a little bit easier when you have your longer lenses and do it. And here we see this is an island, a lighthouse there. If we will talk later about lenses and the options with your smartphone, you have a wide angle lens, and it's important always to search for some foreground attraction, I call it. So if there's no foreground attraction, you can manage it by yourself. Just waved scarf and in one hand, and with the other hand took the picture. By the way, we will talk about depth of field, about the blurry things. You all have on your smartphones the option portraiture. Most smartphones have the option in the portraiture mode. And one class, I will show you later pictures from Paris Opera, and I did it just the architectural thing in the portraiture mode. And one lady in the class, she asked me, why did you take it in portraiture mode? Because it's architecture. The main point of this mode are two things. It's a little bit more blurry, more shiny, plus you have this thing of depth of field, which gives you some more, is it room to the pictures? Is the right word, room to the pictures? Yeah. Okay, and fight taking pictures in the eye level. Don't stay as you are. So for me, it's easier. I'm not that tall. Squat down, climb up a tower, whatever. Just make difference in the height. See. Or if like here in Milano, from the roof of the dome of the cathedral, it's easy to take pictures from above. Or a very, very old picture of mine. It's down in the south of Ireland, near Keshaveen. The camera, the phone is nearly touching the water. And don't show these pictures to technical specialists in photography, because they always will find some things like the shell in the foreground is not focused or something. The main point is you see the picture and it's bam. It's another kind of like standing there and taking a picture of the beach, of the scene. See. So see. And do less on your pictures. Like here, it's the Indian Ocean between, I can tell you some story, I forgot where it is, but it's an example for just reduce your photography like here to one color. Everybody, I think important thing, we are taking pictures to capture memories, isn't it? To show these memories to others. And we always are trying to have as much as possible on the picture to show it to others. Do the other way around, just like here, everyone is taking the pictures of the sundown. It's nice. Yeah? Yeah. No, I didn't see a picture of a sundown yesterday in Computer because everybody was at Cafeteria, you know. I was the only one who saw the sundown. So don't show the complete surroundings. Try to crop when you're taking pictures and focus on the essential thing.
A veces simple es mejor. A veces simple es mejor. Sí.
Perdona. Thank you so much. I have to pay Nikki for the translation.
We're all chipping in. The bits we know.
Hold, held, is it held? Hold your tool firmly and steady. Rule number 8. In so many times, just in Vienna, when I'm sitting in a cafe house, coffee, it's one of the things I'm missing here. Just having a look on the beautiful historical buildings and the tourists taking pictures. And I'm wondering, they get off the bus, during walking, they're taking pictures. So important thing, take your time, keep your camera safe. It does not matter if it is the smartphone or if it is a DSLR, you are the tripod. So calm triggering, and the closer to the body, the more steady. Important thing, just when the light is low, don't do it this way, because you're more shaking like doing it this way. And one of the important things, the industry of flashlights are hating me. Shut off the flashlight. Always shut off the flashlight on your smartphone. So normally it's on the automatic mode. So the camera sees, oh, it's low light and the flash is going on. Shut it off. Important, the flash is killing every lighting mood. If you really need some light, ask one of your friends to put on the torch function on his phone and help you with the light. Example, food porn. In the restaurant, when I'm taking pictures of the food on the table, I ask Nadia, she's hiding. I asked Nadia, please, we don't need words. We don't talk anymore. So she knows now I need some light, switches on the torch of her phone, and coming most of the time in a 90 degrees angle, thank you, 90-degree angle to light up my dinner. Everyone in the restaurant is looking what's happening.
Can we explain that to Maribel?
Yeah, please.
I was going to say we could do that visually, Dave.
Eric, how do you know when you need more light? I mean, except for obvious circumstances, but how do you know that you need more light?
But one second.
Sí, sí. Sí, sí, mejor.
Rango de 90, sí, sí, fue para ahí y 90.
De 90 grados.
90, sí, es perfecto. Sí.
Or from the other direction, just as backlight. Yeah. So Jill asked, did I realize it correct? When do I know there's less light? Isn't it?
Yes. How do you know when you need extra light? Otherwise, the picture is not going to come out well.
Hey, I'm doing nothing else since 40 years. No, just kidding. The point is, it's important to don't let yourself being tricked by. Let me explain a story. We are doing a photo workshop every year in a large house where they store the old steam locomotives, a heating house for steam locomotives. And I'm there with groups all over the year. And when you walk into it, there is really, it seems like it's absolute dark. So black, large locomotives are standing in a black dark room, and everybody is asking, oh, do we have some flashlights with us because it's so dark here? And I always say, you don't need flashlights because it will destroy everything. It's just when you walk in, you're thinking it's dark. It isn't dark. The important thing is there's no high contrast. So it's easy to have it taken as pictures. So the biggest problem in photography is too high contrast, because cameras, not even smartphones, can compare contrast from extreme high to extreme dark. So the next thing is, I have another keynote about themes of photography. So if you are talking to someone who is wanting to have portraiture outdoor, he will say, oh my gosh, today it's cloudy. There's very low light. It's better for the portraiture. And when you have the same day for a guy who wants to take pictures of his food, he will say, oh, it's so boring. Yeah. So it depends on the theme. And the example I brought with the food and the light is, when you're taking pictures of food, you need some hard direct light, because it enhances the structure of meat and so on. So when I'm in a restaurant, and also it is well light, surroundings of light, we are doing this with the extra light to have the light not from above, just from the side. So it's really difficult to say, hey, it's too less light, because less light is not the problem. So the thing is, we are talking about making pictures food porn. It's good to have a separate light from the side. When you do on the same location, in the same restaurant, a portrait, don't do this with the camera, because you will have a hotspot in the face, and nobody won't like it. So this is hopefully I was able to bring the idea to you, what I meant.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So we have been on the flashlight. First thing, turn off the flash in the dark, because the problem with the flash is the flash just works to 1 or 2 meters. It's hard direct light from the camera, and there's no theme in photography where direct light from the camera works. So I try to not to talk about much now, so we can have another keynote about light and the direction of light, to have pictures as examples. Maybe it's easier. Use the available light, even if it is dark inside. Use the flash during the day if you want to have the flash on. But the main point is, here in Spain, it will not work, because the sun is too strong and the flashlight is too weak against the sun. So 1 point, no flash. If flash, outside, and better don't use it. Important thing, rule number 10. I can send you the PDF if you want to.
Please.
The selection. Try not to have too much in the picture. Crop during taking the picture. Crop the important from the rest. So no one will see that there's a garbage can or something. It's just fixing your your visitor what you will show. So the photo clipping is, photography is about finding things and putting them into pictures, or to leave them out. So it's all about the frame, the art of selective showing. What is important for you has to be in the picture. What is outside No one knows. So everything in the picture has its meaning. It becomes part of the story. The details isolated in the photography has a bar, and to create relationship that would never be noticed in life, to take things out of the context and make them appear in a new one. The detail creates a world of its own. So it's the painter is able to paint what he wants to show. Photographers are able to cut off everything else what is not important and have just the important thing in the picture. So this was about framing. The next thing is the decisive moment. The moment when you push the trigger. By the way, this picture I took 20 years ago in Malaga in the museum, in the Thyssen Museum. So the lady was sitting there and was bored, and yeah. So there are some not so good things like the line in the head, but it's just about the thing of the part of the crucified man, and she's sitting there and being bored. Or everybody took pictures in Venice. And there are so many pictures in Venice. We all know about the water, the channels, blah, blah, blah. And I saw this lady with the bird, and it's just focused on this point. And it's a little bit of CC now. So I took it in Fuerteventura, I think it was 1987. So this is the reason why this color key. Wait for the right moment to release the shutter. We have been there in a bar. It was the time when in this village, it was in Lanzarote, in Playa Blanca, there was just one bar there. One bar, no tourists, nothing. And we had a shooting with this model in the bar. And the guys, they were sitting there and having glance. And just the moment when she putting her heels on the table and he's sitting there, that was the right moment. Or we talked about Venice. So many people are on the square and they are posing, and it's just about the frame, no other people, it's just the family, the group, and this Chinese guy is posing for them. And just in the moment when he's posing, I pushed the trigger. So the decisive moment, when the climax of a scene interacts with the rest in the cutout, it's about the composition. The decisive moment is nothing without the framing. So it's always combined. The framing, you have to see what you want to have in the picture. You have a look on the light and you push the button in the right moment. The camera does not see spatially. I don't know if it is the right transition. It's about the room. Yeah. The biggest hurdle in learning photography is to see how the camera sees. Only when we understand, we can predict how the camera will depict the scene, because the camera is an idiot. The camera takes three-dimensional reality and squeezes it into 2 dimensions. The camera does not ask for your vision, so it does not warn you about, so you see it online in the picture here. I have the board in my ear and so on. So cameras don't care about it. We have to take care of this about the framing and so on. So some recommendations: hold your phone steady, release gently, click and adjust exposure compensation. What do I mean? We all know we have the camera or the smartphone, we have the display like a live view, and we can put the finger on the screen to have the focus there where we want to have it. Plus, to adjust the brightness of the picture. So it's so easy. You have your finished picture. Just take care not to have things in it but you do not want to have. So maybe you can train it tomorrow. And the next picture you want to take it, hold a minute and have a look on it and just realize the whole frame. Do I really want to have all these things on my picture? And normally you move nearer 3 to 4 meters. Take a picture, have a look, move nearer. And you see how much nearer you can go without losing anything. Get close. So smartphones have powerful close-up functions. And you remember the pictures in the beginning with the blue and white, blue and yellow beach something. Make a variety of points of views.
No.
So
No, estaba pensando hacer una foto y traducirlo en mi casa.
maybe we can try it. So
No te preocupes,
So
hago una
it's-
foto y
it's
la traduzco en mi casa.
Es muy tranquilo, stay.
Sí, sí.
Sí, no.
Ah, no, sí, sí, sí. No te preocupes.
Fuerte, strong. And when
pushing.
cerca de tu cuerpo,
Sí, sí.
es serio, no lo
Es mejor cerca de mi cuerpo.
Mejor, es mejor, sí.
Sí, que...
Y-
Sí.
Sí, tu cámara tiene un zoom,
Un zoom.
Zoom,
Sí, sí, sí.
muy bueno y necesitas usar zoom.
Wow.
Sí, sí, para acerca yo muchas veces...
Sí, sí,
Esto-
y tape.
Sí, sí, sí.
Sí.
Make a picture, not do this, walk nearer.
Tomar una foto y
Have a look.
ver su foto
Sí, sí.
y posiblemente necesita
Más fotos.
no, más cerca.
Sí, sí, sí. En
Sí.
vez de tú,
Sí,
sí,
sí.
exacto.
Sí.
No solo zoom. Y mejor llevando para el objetivo.
Y necesitamos no let's make sure tomar su foto sin elementos no quiero si un basura o sí, un close
si no
sí,
sirve.
sí, mejor vista.
Claro.
And so, yeah, I will send it to you as a PDF and you can,
De su
yeah.
email.
No, she said,
sí.
sí.
Vale.
But important thing, don't do the zoom thing on the screen. Just walk with your
Yeah.
legs. Important thing. So, just about smartphone photography. What are the pros of smartphone photography? We just talked about it. So, but many people are saying, oh, I have been out, the light was great, and the subject I saw was great, but I didn't have a perfect camera with me. And I say, so what? The smartphone is a perfect tool because we just heard it, never miss an opportunity. So if it was in Athens on the main castle in the, I forget it. Sorry. Acropolis. So it was, let's see, on the Acropolis, and it was raining. I had the wrong shoes on, so nothing important thing. And these guys are walking there, and if I have a camera and had to put out the camera, I never will have taken this picture. Easy usage. Big advantage of smartphone photography is easy usage. So on this picture, it's a medium format digital camera, and so many professional photographers I know, they say, oh, if I have a medium format camera, I can do this. So it's much easier to do it with the smartphone. You are always ready to shoot. No one realizes when you're taking the picture. By the way, this is the Austrian president in the train, I was sitting there and he was sleeping, and the security guys, they just walked outside for smoking, and I took the picture. I'm not sure about.
Eric, we can't see that. It still says post-production on my screen.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure where you are.
No, you have to shout at me much sooner. So you missed just these pictures of the guys on the Acropolis.
Okay.
To use, always ready to shoot, and now the Austrian president. The live view touchscreen of the smartphone is perfect for your composition, and I said don't zoom in the smartphone, because I think it's one of the big advantages that the smartphone usually don't have zoom lenses, because it's much more difficult to have good photography with zoom lenses. So normal smartphone has a low wide angle lens, about 35 millimeters, and it's one of the most important advantages. I will come to this point in the composition thing. We use it daily, so we are pros. But like I said already before, it depends on the theme of the subject you're taking pictures. So let's see the plus. 3+, which themes of photography are perfect for smartphone? Street photography, you're not being realized by anyone taking pictures. Travel photography, blocking social media easy. Macro, so having things, small things taken on photos really close and large, because you can do it with your smartphone perfect. And don't forget about the documents. You can make reproductions, so you don't have to scan everything, just take a picture with your phone. And landscape photography, outdoor portraiture, children photography. Don't forget about the pets, and food and still life. From my opinion, it's double plus. A little bit less thing, indoor life portraits. These are all the things I say smartphone photography is just on the level like a system camera or a DSLR. Contra. Which are the subjects where smartphone photography does not work properly? In the dark. Yesterday, it was a marvelous star-sprinkled night, and it's impossible to take pictures of these scenes with your smartphone. There's no chance. It doesn't make any sense. And if you see here the picture of the full moon, you can relax. It's fake. So it's impossible to take smartphone pictures on concerts. It's really difficult because of the contrast. The light on the stage is extreme bright, and the surroundings are extreme dark. So normally you can say, okay, I can go to the stage, take a picture of Mick Jagger, just like this Ausschnitt, cropping. But we know we can't even come this near to Mick Jagger to take this kind of shooting. And this is why we are far away and the stage is dark. The face of Mick Jagger is 10 f-stops brighter than the surroundings, so it does not work. Sports photography. No chance to have good sport photography with a smartphone. The only option in sport photography is if you are in it. If you are running a mud run or something with your smartphone, just in the crowd taking pictures. But as a visitor, you don't have a chance for good sport photography. But there's an American guy, Scott Kelby, he's the godfather of American digital photography and having classes all over the world. And he always says the main tool for sport photography is your credit card, because you have to buy the longest lenses you need, and so you can do it. So we talked about the star night and the full moon photography. It will not work. By the way, Huawei had, they are not on the market anymore, had 5 years ago one big thing on their advertisement. We are able to take full moon pictures with our camera, with our smartphone, but I think all pictures were fake. As mentioned before, flashlight photography and night shots, it's not so good for smartphones and for professional. It does not work in studio with professional studio lights because it cannot work. Also, it's difficult for wildlife photography. I have here 3 pictures. 2 of them are with a DSLR. This one plus this one as an example. You cannot do it with your smartphone because you need these lenses. But it was near here. It was near Ronda. There's Taormina something, and there was a media event from Olympus, and I took this picture with my smartphone. So you can't even say, no, you cannot take wildlife pictures. You can, but you always have to be very near. By the way, I'm not sure who was more afraid, me or him, or the crowd standing around us and thinking, this crazy guy. So when you are talking about smartphone photography, so many professional photographers will tell you, oh my gosh, it's smartphone photography. You cannot print the picture in a large way. It's not the truth. Can I print my smartphone photo large? So what do you think about the options of smartphone photos printed and hanged on a wall?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. But do you think how large? Yeah, I'm unable to 8.3. So I think
12 by 1600.
12 by 16.
So we all have simple fiction. So we have to in Europe we have the metrical system. Oh, thank you so much. You just can print them 70 centimeters per 100 centimeters without regrets. It's really the file format and the resolution of the smartphone pictures is as high that you really can do quality maximum your print size.
As long as they're not wonky, Dave.
You print them, you just can't frame them.
So some examples to see about problems of photography. I told you it's great to have the smartphone with the slide wide angle lens to take pictures. Now I show you a picture, you will say, oh. This is an example. It's the Dark Hedges in Northern Ireland. And an example, it does not work with the smartphone because, or maybe it works, but my picture does not work because I'm standing in the middle of the road. It was, I think, in February. There was no leaves on the trees and so much garbage around and so on. So when you just take scissors and cut off this piece, you will have this picture. Mm-hmm. So it's taken 1 minute after the other. So the point is it does not matter if DSLR or smartphone. It's just a problem about the lens. This is a kind of subject of motive. You need extreme long telelens, and you don't have it on the smartphone. So it does not work. You can walk here. It will be the same situation. So it's an example for it's impossible to have this picture done with a smartphone because you cannot crop it in this way. So you can print it like a stamp.
So in other words, for this case, we should walk up to this area and take the picture. Then you could print it out.
No, it will not work. It will not work because if you walk here, you have the same distance between the trees like here.
Oh, I see.
It's just about the you can zoom in, but you lose the quality.
I gotcha.
Ideal, Jill, so you'd use a DSLR camera.
Yeah.
Would be much better.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
There's a photo.
Yeah.
And there's a bird in the tree there.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's cropped.
Just
Cropped.
cropped afterwards?
Yeah.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 64 megapixel.
Cool. Yeah, so you can crop.
Yeah.
So you can crop it here. It's the same because the lens change is just about cropping. And this guy, he's a teacher as us, Max Lottmann. He is working for a magazine in Vienna. It's called the Vienna. It's kind of Playboy for poor people. And he had to do the fashion shooting with a smartphone because the smartphone companies pays for it. So, and he did it. So it's no problem with such motives. And I told you about the Paris Opera. This is the picture. I talked about it. It was taken with the portraiture mode. So by the way, in this moment, I don't care about which smartphone or which camera it is. I have this old smart iPhone, and these many pictures here are taken by Huawei P30 or P40. This is a Huawei in the portraiture mode. The only thing is, I now have a phone for my Spanish number, and then it's a Samsung. Any Samsung users here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the bad one. I think I'm unable to shoot with it, and it never realizes my fingerprints. So see, this is the point. It's architecture taken with portraiture mode to have these shiny, blurry things around the lights and the depth of field thing. So instead of just about ideas of photography, don't even like this lady. She's taking a selfie, and Nadia is taking a picture of her taking a selfie.
You're taking a picture.
Yeah. So you can do it always. Just take your time and look up. And I do it like a sequence. Wherever I come, I take pictures, just walk in the middle of the room, take picture of this thing. In Rome, in Paris, in Madrid, wherever it works, and you can have a serial thing about your photography. I talked already about walk around the subject, overviews, and details. This was just important thing I have to tell you. It's in the south of Italy, and it's a restaurant. We were waiting for the delivery of the very, very expensive fish. And it's my reminder for me, don't take pictures about the impression of nearly the night too late. So what I'm talking about, there's the blue hour in photography. So this is what photographers call the time after the sundown before it gets dark. And I just had it 2 days ago or yesterday. 2 ladies took a picture of the village just after the sundown. Don't wait too long, because it's getting darker on the picture as we feel it. So just the sun has left the horizon and I took these pictures, because if you waste too long, the artificial lighting is getting too more dominant. Thank you. And you have the contrast problem again. So do it soon and just tip on the screen and make it a little bit darker, and it works. So this was the first picture I took just from sitting on my table, and then it took time till the fish arrived. I did these things, and it's just, see, the sun just is gone under the horizon, and I took it and it worked because it's not that bright. So in the next 30 seconds, the light is too bright. So what did I do? I did the picture without the bulb, because the bulb will be, it's about when there's no structure in the light things, you cannot, it's no-go. So this is the point. So I said, stay still, take your picture. And now I have a screen here, trigger while walking. I'm sorry, maybe sometimes need therapy, but one thing is take your time, stand still, take the picture. The other thing is don't care about it, walk, and during the walking, push the trigger. The main thing is you have to walk in the same speed, because this will help you the surroundings to be blurry, and the main things to have a kind of sharpness.
Use of you photos of his back.
I think you'll find that Ian's running away.
Yeah, you have to speed up, isn't it? So, smartphone photography rules, do's and don'ts. Fill the frame for impact. Important thing, let everything out of the picture which is not important. We already had it. This is the common problem for new photographers. They don't fill the frame. Get close, either physically or through your choice of lens, or maybe the zooming in, so that your viewers can see the important detail of your subject. Don't drown your subject in a sea of background. Focusing the focus point. So also DSLR cameras are built to have sharpness all over the picture. A focal point is the location where the image attracts the viewers. So as a photographer, you have the option to separate things outside the picture, and inside the picture, a viewer will always look to the sharpness things, to the sharper things, or to the lighter things. Things which are brighter, you look on it. So on the smartphone, it's easy. You tap on the screen what you want to have sharp. Show the visitor the main point. Its frame, focus, and aperture. Using the depth of field portraiture mode to get things in the background not that important. And use the right lens. It's mainly the crop, but it's more. Smartphones have wide angle lenses. So searching for a foreground attraction. So sorry, it's me. Shoes, yeah. But I have another example. It must not be shoes. It's all about your point of positioning. search for something what is in the foreground because a slightly wide angle lens. Fine, I never heard this sound. Strange things are happening. Oh, it's Zoom meeting. Sorry. It is the Zoom meeting. We are in the Zoom meeting. I've never heard this sound. Sorry. Sorry. Onan, are you okay?
It's not warning you it's about to run out, is it? They last 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah, Zoom meetings.
Oh, don't stop. Don't stop. No, I have the professional. Yeah, yeah. Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we don't lose you. Okay. So I told you about these things, and now let's talk about post-production. Because to tell you the truth, I think it's more than 50% about attracting viewers to your pictures, what you do with them after you shot it. And this is the moment when I change here to another mode to show you my phone. I take the iPad because it's easier for you for the post-production things. So we just have half an hour. We just have half an hour to talk about the post-production things. Do you have questions to the exposure things? No.
Eric, sorry. Would you, regardless of what the subject was, do you take every picture in portrait mode?
No, not every.
Okay.
Not every. I'm taking pictures in portrait mode when I want to have the background blurred. So like this.
Yeah.
Portrait mode now. And why didn't I think? Sorry. And when I want to have a kind of smooth, little bit blurry thing inside. To be honest, the things with the opera in Paris, I just took because someone forced me with money. It was Huawei. They said we need a testing about all the functions. And this was the reason why I switched on the portraiture mode. And I said, oh, it's nice. Let's try it more often. So that's the easy thing. And to be honest, Nadia has the newest iPhone. So it's all like in families, when you are the third kid, you get... So Nadia had the newest version, then Anastasia, our daughter, gets it, and after that, I will get it. And she has the newest one, and her portraiture mode is amazing. You don't have to do any retouchings, and when you see my what's the name for it on Facebook, the main picture, your profile picture, I'm looking very slim, and it's just because it's so perfect. And this is one of the reasons I do it with the post-production thing. And so I switch now to the post-production to show it hands-on how to do it. And if you are okay with it, we switch to post-production now.
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
On the new iPhone, you can shoot in RAW.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah. So let's tell me the truth about the RAW things. I started digital photography in the late 90s when a 3-megapixel camera from Kodak was about 70,000 euros. And everybody who was a pro said, you have to shoot RAW because you are professional. The development tools were so bad that for one picture you use it to have 1 hour, and it's the truth for those who had shootings for industrial things where the clients just pay for it. It was unable for a normal portraiture studio to do RAWs because you cannot afford. And I was that guy in Austria who said, oh, I'm professional, but I shoot everything in JPEG. What I want to say with this is I'm more and more getting into RAW just after it's more easier to do it. So with my DSLR, I shoot everything RAW because it's very easy, quick, and no something exaggerating things to do to have it. With the smartphone, I never switched it on. I tried it out, you know, someone forced me with money. And because Lightroom from Adobe just is able to have every phone to shoot RAWs. And I did it, and to be honest, I cannot see any difference. So the easiest way is take your phone, try it. If it is better, do it.
Eric, I'm sorry. Are you saying RAW? RAW?
Sorry, I'm Austrian.
It's on the
Okay, I'm not sure what word you're saying.
Camera RAW, yeah.
Camera. Okay, I don't know what that is. All right.
Yeah, it is the undeveloped picture. So we all use. It doesn't matter if with smartphones or normal cameras. When you take a raw picture, it is not developed, and you have to develop it outside the camera in a program. The advantage is that you can. So if you have taken a picture in RAW which is too dark and the wrong color, it doesn't matter. You can change nearly everything. So you have a much more options in the post-productions. With the other, so the main common file is JPEG, Joint Expert Photographers Group. It's common all over the world. It's compatible, and the only thing is, maybe I can get one piece of paper. I like to demonstrate it my way. Sorry. One thing. When you take a picture of, thank you so much. So, famous UK, someone, tell me someone. So in Austria, it's Heidi Klum, or Germany. Oh, I can't do it with words. Maybe, no, the football, Victoria Beckham. So I have taken a picture of Victoria Beckham. Sorry, you cannot see it. She's tall, slim, good looking. Just took it now. If I have done a raw picture, you cannot see Victoria because it's just so there's a filter against using Victoria Beckham as an example for my stupid things. It's just a pattern. Thank you so much. A pattern of where there's blue color, blah blah blah, and so on. You just have to develop that you can see the picture of Victoria Beckham. When you take pictures in JPEG, Joint Photographers Expert Group, it's worldwide compatible. You can see it immediately. But the main point is it's smaller because JPEGs are compressed. Thank you. Compressed. this is the reason you can send it or hand it out to anyone else very fast, quickly, and easy because it's smaller. But see, you have this kind of problem in the picture, which is called, I don't know the English word, sorry. So the problem with the JPEGs is don't compress them too much. You have different options in the post-production when you are saving your file. And if you compress your picture of Victoria Beckham in this kind of version, the problem is when going to print, it's not that fine. So normally phones compress it like this. So you're losing quality, but not that much. You can make the failure in the post-production that you compress it too much. So it's very easy to send it to someone. But the problem is when you compress the JPEG too much, you cannot print it again. And there are so many gurus, they just are fixed on that compressive thing, but take care and nothing will happen. So what was the question?
Shooting JPEG.
JPEG. Yeah, see, I'm so if you're a professional and you have business with agencies in graphic designing things, they all say, no, don't send me any JPEG because they are damaged. So send them, don't talk, have a high bill, and everything will work. Charge them more. Yeah, important thing.
If you send me anything in RAW, I'm going to charge you double.
Yeah, TIFF. They all like TIFF. So I try to share my screen now in live mode. So in former days, I had much more female something because I can do things double, twice. So I can talk and do something, and now it's gone. It's gone. Multitasking, it's gone, absolute. I'm losing my female.
When you use your RAW, do you use how do you edit it? Do you go into Lightroom? Because on your phone you can download Lightroom.
Lightroom.
Hey, Dave, I want to talk about this.
Oh, shut up.
You are wanting to help my break here.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I'm not used to these British things. So in Austria, no one cares about conversation. So, do you see my smartphone surface now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. To be honest, it's not the smartphone, it's the iPad, but it's the same thing. So Dave just asked or just talked about Lightroom, and I get one step lower now. Maybe I'm able to find it. So Snapseed. I just wrote you all, if you are able to install it, and you can use your phones now to try it out. So my main tool on the phone is Snapseed. It's free. It's free in all app stores. I think it's on Google free everywhere. And the main point of Snapseed is you're just opening a picture, and you have. I have to put this over here that we can see it. So normally it's this way you see it, but I think it's all easier for us to do it in this way. So when you're opening Snapseed, it asks you which picture do you want to open. And after you had opened it, you will see these looks here. So I have a German version, so I don't know the proper names, but you have presets, easy to use. So you can have a look on your phone and so 80% of all of my pictures which I post on social media are done with Snapseed. Or really
Directly on the phone, you wouldn't.
directly on the phone. Directly on the phone. It's just about the screen sharing thing here.
Yeah.
So it's free, it's perfect. And why not 100%? Because 20% I use Lightroom CC because just when I have some other shootings with other cameras, I use Lightroom CC. But the main thing on my phone is Snapseed. And Snapseed. Sorry. Can anyone understand? So nervous. Oh, sorry for the seating things. No beer, no drinks anymore. Nadia, help, please. She's on the phone. Does anyone, kann man was zum Trinken haben vielleicht? Ja. I asked if we can have something to drink, and the answer was yes. Sorry, online. 1 second.
Oh yeah.
You can't drink.
Yeah. This is the moment where you can take your drink. Sorry, we are getting too dry here. 2 seconds. Do you have your Snapseed installed?
I do.
Perfect. So just open any picture you want to edit now and how much we need? Next time, ja, kannst du aufmachen, ganz. Next time we definitely have to use Museum de Computer. Okay.
So you wouldn't, again with the iPhone, you can change you always use in normal and then change it to black and white.
Yeah. So important thing, I always do the JPEG thing. I always shoot it in color, and I always shoot it darker. When you see my pictures, I can show you in the ending the real iPhone pictures I take. Everybody is thinking, oh my gosh, it's too dark. Because it's easier to enhance a darker picture than a picture which is too light. So it's all about the contrast thing. I try to have light in the light, to have structure in the lightest parts of the picture. This is the reason why I tip on the phone, make it a little bit darker and shoot it. And then I open it in Snapseed and enhance it.
What is it that you're touching on your phone to make it darker, Eric, when you're taking the picture?
I'll show you.
Okay.
So I stopped no, I cannot stop it. So maybe see it.
You can put your phone up, I can see it.
Yeah. So you see, I don't know what is on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And when I touch the screen, now I have an idea. 1 second. 1 second. There's a camera on my iPad too. I don't use it that more, so I have to search for it, but I will have it in 1 second. Camera.
Yeah, that's what I did. And
So, yeah.
I should have pressed the other thing.
See the how can I show it to you? When I tip on it, see you in the sharing. Do you see the rectangle?
The yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. I click on the point where I want to have it darker. You can't see my finger, so it's not the phone, but it's the same function. Tip on the picture and you have the sun symbol, and then slide down or up to make the picture brighter or darker. And normally when so see, this is what I meant about contrast. Yeah, it's impossible to take this picture with inside okay and outside okay. So normally I do it this way and say, okay, I want to have competitor right. I tip on the pictures on the houses of competitor on the screen and push down my finger a little bit to make the picture too dark. Not that dark, so this way. And now take the picture. And now I can show. So did you see what I meant?
Well, no.
No.
I was trying and was like, okay, wait, how come I can't get that box? I can't.
Okay.
I see it. Oh, no, I got it. It's a little bit different on my phone.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah. But normally
you
tip on it and then you can slide up or down.
Okay, mine goes right to left. I see.
Yeah.
I have to touch it and then, okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And now I can, remind me a little bit later the picture I've taken just now to enhance it, to see what is possible. So these looks, they are nice, but I don't really use them because I like to do my own thing. The important thing is you can put your own looks here in this thing. And let's have a look on the main tools. In the middle of your phone, when you have it in the portraiture mode, it's in the middle somewhere to click, not X. Tools. It's tools. When you click on tools, you see this little menu, what I have here on the screen now.
Yep.
And so it's very easy. Start. You always start.
Is this in Snapseed we're doing this?
This is Snapseed.
I just on the photo.
Tools.
Oh, yeah.
So just open the picture, tap on tools, and then it's tune image. So here it's Fernabstimmung in German. Tune image. So it's very easy. Let's give you an overview. You have all these options. So you always start with the first one, the second one you need, and that's it. Maybe you need the white balance, and maybe you need the cropping. The others you don't really need. I'll show you which nice things they have. But to have a serious, I clicked on the, sorry, too many screens. A serious option to enhance it is I just clicked on the how was it in English? Tuning, fine tuning, or what is the yeah? So see, I go back to show it again. I'm in the how is it tuning? Tune image. When I click on tune image, have a look on the screen now. You don't see any sliders because when you're touching the screen now, and what is the word? I'm sliding with my finger. So the first thing is the brightness. When you touch on it, you are the brightness and you can make your picture brighter or darker. When you slide up, there's the second thing, the contrast. Normally, you don't need to do anything with the contrast. It's just about black and white. So you start with the image brightness. Most of the time, it's a little bit to the right, a little bit. But you have to watch your screen. The third thing is saturation. So normally when you like color pictures, you like them very saturated. So you can enhance the colors. Or on the other side, you can do it like a black and white. So if you have done it for the third time, you don't have even to think about it. So important thing is ambience. Is it ambience in the British version too? So ambience is like bringing light into the dark areas. So ambience is an important thing. I always slide it a little bit or more than half. You see the what is spiking? Slider. I really slide it that much. And the other things you don't need. So I never touch the lights, the highlights, sometimes the shadows, and you can change yellow or bluish impression. But I don't do it here because if you want to change the light impression of warmth or coldness, I do it in white balance. I don't do it here. So like you see here, I'm changing the brightness. I'm always changing the ambience. And most of the time, I'm doing something on the shadows.
If you've taken it too dark, it would be brightness.
Yeah, brightness. Yeah. So I can show you the picture we took, and you will see we do the brightness like this. So normally you have to look on your picture, and that's it. And when you are okay with it, see the checkbox here, the small checkbox, and say yes. When you finish with the picture, you can push the export button, but we are not finished with it. Just push again the tools thing.
Which one is ambience again? I'm sorry.
Ambience was
down, I think,
the third from the top.
The third from the top. Okay, I'm trying to find this. Okay.
Yeah. It's brightness, it's contrast, and then it's ambience. When you have done it 50,000 times, it's very easy. You can do it after waterboarding.
Okay.
Okay. Tools again. So we are finished with the tuning of brightness, blah, blah, blah. And then details. And believe me, I do all these things with every picture, but I will show you to do it just by one push. But once a time we have to do it. Details. Details is about sharpness. So when it's the details things, there are two sliders, structure and sharpness. I hope it's structure and sharpness in English. So the structure, I do it exaggerated that you see what happens. Yeah. So even with an old phone and with low light, you can push the structure. I always push it like that far. So 20%.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm missing something. I'm not seeing how you're getting that. A box just popped up. But how did you do that?
Yeah. So I'm going back. You have been in the fine-tuning something?
Yes, I'm in tools. I have a picture up.
Yeah, push the checkbox in the lower right corner to have yes done.
Checkbox and low. Okay, hold on. Checkbox and low. Okay, that's what I'm having trouble with.
Tick. Thank you. Sorry for the wrong word.
Okay, I'm sorry. So I have a picture up. I'm in tools. Okay, so
and you change the brightness. Just do something. Change the brightness.
Okay, yes, I've changed things. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
and
the
then you
checkbox.
have to tick
Now
out.
I have a checkbox. Yes.
Tick at the bottom.
Tick.
You can show her there.
Yeah, I
Yes.
checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then again, click on tools.
Okay, click on tools. Yep.
Yeah. And there's details, isn't it?
Yeah.
Details.
Details, the second on the top.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Click on details, slide to the right. It's the structure. Then slide up. And
Okay.
sharpen. By the way, sharpen, take care just a little bit.
Okay, now I see. Thank you.
Yeah. And again, tick. Was it tick?
Yeah.
Tick. So, okay. For a normal color picture, this will be enough. So this is the reason why now I push the looks button and can save it as a new look. Yeah, yeah. So if you want to have these 7 things we have done as your own look, just after doing it, click on the looks on the 3 points on the end of the look something, and then you have saved this look, the plus, yeah, plus or 3 points. Give a name to this look. So now I name it competitor color. So the important thing is name it. So I'm not able to.
How did you get that? Because I'm not getting mine there.
So just scroll here.
That's
the plus.
Yeah.
So, but I'm unable to write something because of the screen sharing. Missed. Sorry. Oh, can I get out of this? Okay. So now you have built your own preset for the next 100 color pictures. Just push on it. That's it. But we go one step further. I just push again the tools button. White balance, WB, white balance. Here you can increase yellow or blue, or you can use, I know you see the wrong screen sharing. Sorry, just 1 second.
Oh, so the temperature. Okay.
Sorry, I have to start the screen sharing again.
Okay.
One of the presets and I thought that.
So with the white balance, you can change the color of the picture. Bluish, more yellow, and so on. So talking and thinking, trying my best. It's time to retire, really.
I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
So believe me or not, it's my first class I have with real people since 1 year, and all the times I have everyday class. So.
In a second language and online. You were very ambitious. Doing a very good job.
Oh. This is the point I need now.
You still
So-
got pay.
So,
Actually, won't get you everywhere.
Oh, being nice. Stop being nasty.
I'm never nasty.
so.
Yeah.
Let's take this one. So it was taken last week. So after all these things I have done, making it a little bit brighter, making more ambience, enhancing the saturation, and that's it, checkbox, and then go to details. This was what I did. Yeah, structure mainly, a little bit sharpness. And then white balance. So you can have it as you like it. Or, for example, if you have had a party last night, for example, at Cafeteria. And we all know about the terrible blue light in Cafeteria. Yeah, and you cannot fix it with this, but there's this neutral color picture. Click on the neutral color picture and go to the point which you have want to have neutral. So in Cafeteria, the white wall. Here, something like gray on my t-shirt. And you see the preview, how it will be. And very difficult to see, there's a small something to click. No, it's just on the phone. You have
Oh yeah, a little dropper.
Yeah, and there's a
And maybe a pencil.
Pencil or something. Yeah. And then I'm searching for the word tick
box. Yeah.
Tick box. So, okay, now I enhanced color more or less. And let's see what other options we have. This is the main thing I do. Maybe the crop, so I don't have to talk long about crop because crop is easy. Just drag what you don't want to have in the picture. And now the important secret of this evening. Oh, I'm too long. I have to charge you extra. No, the most secret thing of the evening. In the tools, you have this perspective thing. See here? Perspective. So normally I nearly use it for every pictures when there are houses on it or pictures or something. I show you the real thing, what it is built for. But see what happens now. I click on the perspective thing. The important thing you have to, the free tool must be on. And you see these points. So just have a look on my screen now. When I take this point and draw it in this direction, it's about straightening
if it's one
Dave, what is it when the building is
parallel converging?
Converting? Stürzing,
it's
it's clashing lines in Austria, but
yeah.
Parallax. So normally it's built for that, but small guys like me, I take it here and push it down. So I take it here and push it down. I take it here and push it down. You can slim someone. You can just slim the legs, but don't even tell it to anyone. You cannot do it with Photoshop. You cannot do it with Lightroom. It just snaps it. It's crazy. It's crazy. And when you are ready, just push the, I'm so stupid, tick. So, and the other things you just can find out by yourself. I give you an idea. The glamour glow is, it's more glamorous. The for if you like to gamble, there is the vintage thing. You can take the vintage thing and have here different looks. So hundreds of options you have. Important thing, I show you the way how I do my black and whites, because this is maybe an important thing too.
Sorry,
I'm so sorry. I shouted to my teachers because they are not able to stop in time. Thank you so much.
It's been very informative.
Was it okay for you?
Yes, it's very good. I just an observation that maybe next time you have a Spanish version as well.
Yeah.
I think Maribel not need to pay you because
definitely.
So
Sorry.
it has been very informative. Thank you. I've enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you
So much.
Thank you.
So we are ready in 5 minutes, and maybe we meet again after you have tried it out and you have questions. So for black and white pictures, I do it this way. There are 2 options for black and white. So option 1, it's black and white, and option 2, it's noir.
It's what?
Nadia likes the noir thing. I
Noir?
like.
Wait. Oh, noir. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of grainy or something.
Yep. Yeah. And I take the black and white thing. And interesting with black and white, you have it on the screen here. When you're doing the analog thing, you have filters. It's the left down here, filters. Mm-hmm. Because if you are using an orange filter in black and white, it darkens up the sky. So you can really use here these filters like you have an analog film, and normally it's the orange which helps you to darken down the heaven. And it's my kind of the black and whites. I always do the orange thing. And yes, you could have make some things like brightness, blah, 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 but I don't do here. I just said, okay, again to the tools, and my black and white I do with the curves. And you have the curve direct, so there are presets, but you don't need the presets. You have the curve direct on the picture. And it's the normal thing when you drag down the blacks and just click in the middle of the curve, it's increasing the contrast. So this is the way I do my black and white, just black and white, orange, do a little bit of, you can also use the contrast slider in the first option we had.
Eric, I have a question about this picture. Since so it was not black and white. Is it, I see in some of your other pictures, and I've been wondering how you do it. How do you leave part of the picture, maybe just one of the buildings, in the regular color and change the rest of the photo into black and white?
You cannot do it in Snapseed. You have to use Lightroom. You just can do it in Lightroom. Isn't it? Is it?
It's not a free option.
Yeah. And but I can show, and forget it. It's out of fashion since 20 years. It's coming up in computer now, but will be out of fashion in 2 months again. Yeah, it is. It's the truth. I'm so sorry for it. So it's printed in the calendar. So next year, no one wants to have it again. So the perspective thing I showed you for making me higher is the thing normally you use for these things. Yeah? So fight against the perspective lines, just straight up your image, and that's it. What I do with every picture. Yeah. So
Write that bit down.
straightening, slimming.
Difficult.
Okay. So see, my suggestion is go try out everything in Snapseed. There are so many things. Oh, funny thing, I have to change the color picture. Just 1 second. So that's me on the beach of Ritz-Carlton. Retro looks. It's like CC. It's a little bit like CC. So with retro looks, you can see here by default. It's like being in Vegas. Just push the by default button and you get hundreds of different options. It's nearly like color key.
Every photo that we took in the 70s, right?
Yeah. It was retro look, so just
You can buy
push.
film. You can buy film for that.
See?
Yes.
Apple no tiene tanta opciones.
No.
Where's the retro look?
In Snapseed.
See. Snapseed open. Yeah. And so normally I would say to my students, this is the moment you go home with your phone, take Snapseed. Everybody is trying out 20 different retro looks things, 10 black and white things, and we meet next week. Wow, cool. See?
No, I was waiting. I was going to
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions to this theme?
Wait, we're meeting again next week?
We can. I was just kidding, but we can make.
I was like, there's part 2. I didn't realize that.
I
have a question.
We can have a part 2 maybe in 3 weeks with getting into it and going more to Lightroom CC. Is it really that expensive?
No, I think a lot of different Lightroom, a lot of it on the professional one, not the free one.
I think
you can go into.
So I think the expensive thing is €19 per month.
I'd get it free.
Me too.
Yeah, but that's because they don't be
But you can get it on your phone. You can get Lightroom on your phone.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Next to nothing. Yeah.
By the way, you will get Adobe Student version after this class.
Okay.
I don't know about how much less, but maybe it's instead of 19.9 or so, maybe. But you are allowed to have Adobe Students version. There's a special shop online for Adobe Students product. Just click on I'm a student, and there will pop up a form and write LIK Academy, and that's it.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And I think you can use it for 10 years. Today, a client phoned me. Yeah, a client phoned me today. She's using since 10 years, and now Adobe asked, are you students still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. So what I'm trying to do right now is learn how to take pictures. So mainly in black and whites and some colors to blow up, to put on the walls in my house as decoration. And so a lot of the pictures that I took, I just tried out different things when I was in Senegal, but the pictures on the phone actually are very narrow. They're very kind of narrow pictures, and which makes it really hard to blow any of them up.
What kind of phone do you have?
It's a Samsung. It's like Note 9. And I don't know, maybe it was just the different.
You can send me one file per email, and I have a look on it because in Photoshop you can see how large it is. But normally, it's no problem to print them to 40 by 50 centimeters without any regrets.
Probably has it set.
Okay, yeah, because I'm actually having some troubles with that. Okay, maybe I'll do that. I'll send you an email. And not
okay.
You go ahead and talk to them.
We have experts here for Samsung, and I just have learned don't go to the full screen mode.
Change to 16:9 or to 4:3.
Full screen.
Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Thank you so much. Hopefully it was worth the money. See, muchas gracias.
Tell Jill.
Jill.
I'll show her.
Yes.
When she comes.
Okay. And then like if I'm taking hello. Oh, hi, Dave. Hi. If I'm taking a photo, and I'm thinking I want to blow it up to 40 by 50 or something like that, and you say you want to kind of crop out and just take the photo just what you want, but should you make it a little bit bigger so that it fits in the photo frame, you know, because I have to have it framed, right? So how do you kind of figure that out? Does that make sense?
Send me just one of your files and I can tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
You have my email, do you?
I do.
Yeah, okay. Just send me email with one file and I can tell you everything about it. But the normal thing is, don't change something in the standard of the phone. Take the picture in color and do the post-processing for the black and white and just save it. No changing of parameters. Just save it. That's okay, definitely.
Okay, and it should always be saved as a JPEG?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I were even going to print
it would always be maximum. Never lower the resolution or never bring down the compression. This is the important thing.
Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't know how to do that, even if I wanted to.
Maybe we
talk
somewhere and talk, and I can show you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank
It was
you.
wonderful, and I'll be in touch soon.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Sure. Was
All right.
it okay for you?
It was really, yes, it was really good. It's a really good start, and I've learned a lot. Thank you.
Perfect. Jules.
All right. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Jules, any
Thank
questions?
you.
Okay. Are you okay?
Thanks a lot.
2 days as well in your diary. Oh, she's gone.